Guys, I will tell you this for free. Sometimes ago, my leader told me something. He said for a year plus, he heard rubbish. Like he heard spoil from God. And I questioned that particular time. I was like, my leader heard rubbish. No, me, I cannot hear rubbish. Why would my leader hear rubbish? But when it got to my turn, I did not only hear rubbish, I dreamt rubbish. In fact, I was convinced beyond doubt that God was speaking to me about that aspect of my life. There were several persons that was contradicting it. Several persons were coming to contradict. I was like, this person. So you understand. And I've read things several times like stand with your conviction. Stand for your conviction. Nobody, when you are convinced that God is speaking to you, nobody should tell you what to do. You understand? So I stood on that one. I stood on that one. I stood on my conviction. I was like, no, God is telling me this. Nobody can tell me what to do. A year plus, I was hearing rubbish. And when finally I discovered God was not speaking, it scarred my hearing from God. At that moment, I can still go to God's presence, but I don't want to hear anything. Do you know one frustrating thing about all those processes? You will become frustrated because God is telling you something, it's not coming to pass. In fact, there are several things that are standing as conviction because God has told you that thing, like nature will start presenting conviction to you. And you call it, I said it's God's conviction. You understand? That was what was happening. And when I discovered it's not God speaking, I was scared. I started thinking, are you sure purpose? My purpose is even correct. Are you sure I even know anything about my purpose? Now, wow, this God thing I'm not even doing again. Not really God thing, hearing from God. Sorry guys, but this is one thing you are not getting. In the processes of growth, there is error. You can't say you are growing without error. In the process of growth, there is addition and there is subtraction. Every process of growth must include a addition process, an addiction process, and a subtraction process. If you should hear the story of a businessman that is actually making this big time presently, there was a time he made losses. There were times he made a lot of gain. There were times he made a wrong investment, and all of those things taught him a lesson. They are processes of growth. You can't say because you made a mistake yesterday and you are not going forward today. You can't say because you made a mistake yesterday that you are not that you are dropping everything about God. In fact, at that moment you said you want to be so protective about your growth. That is the moment you stop growing. So I will tell you today, don't stop going because you made a mistake. Don't stop going because that hearing from God did not come to pass. Don't stop going because God said something yesterday and it did not come to pass. I will tell you this, there were several things I learned during that processes. There were several things I will not repeat again. They are all part of my growth. So guys, keep going. I know you are making a lot of mistakes and seriously you are discouraged, but keep going. I know you are making a lot of mistakes and you don't want to go back to that thing again, but keep going. Because at the end of the day, you will be happy you never stop going. You'll be happy you never drop that growth process. Keep going. Keep expressing Christ. Keep growing in His knowledge and you'll be happy you never did. Thank you guys. Bye. And you have a lovely day.